if you want free points, I would say you should go vote on Segabut too.
Oh my god. Was that you, good sir?
No, that was not me. That's
That
our
was not
friend
you.
Cleanse. He's rocking
Yeah.
that cleanse, so he should not be able to be targeted down.
Because to be fair, I can completely understand that with the CC that's coming in from their side. You know, you'll have the Rakan Champ post 6, you'll have the all pretty much Swain's entire kit, Echo, you have Volley coming at you, and as much as it can't do anything against the knockups, you know, I can still understand the logic, especially if, as you say, Jaina Proudmoore really is the strength of this team. Then you're looking to keep yourself alive and, you know, deal damage all the way from the back. As Wibbly Deem here walks up, places the ward down, but nothing else is going to come of that. It seems like just the usual 5 point from both teams, although the 4 point here from either side looking to just stack against a potential invade.
I'm a bit surprised. Usually, at least in pro play, we've been seeing a lot of people 5-man bushes and try to invade through either top or bot
Yeah.
and go to lane, but none of those shenanigans here today.
I mean, we saw it in the last game. Did we see it in the first game today as well? Try to remember off the top of my head.
I don't believe so. I missed first game, I'll be honest, so I can't really say.
Yeah, that's fine. I can't recall off the top of my head, but we'll have to see us both teams here. Yep, just taking the no invades needed. Just looking at each other down and coming into the lanes. We're seeing the opposite side starts from the junglers, which could be a bit more explosive as they're going to be on opposite sides of the map. But also it could just be a simple case of they both just take Scuttle and leave. So we'll have to see how that develops.
Yeah, hopefully, Psychobot Sweet's hoping Swain will get the push in and Kha'Zix will be there to punish him. Level 3 maybe. We'll see. Like within, what, 3 minutes maybe?
Yeah, exactly. Something along those lines will have to be, because of the way League auto spectator works, it's going to be prioritizing that top lane for as long as there's a bunch of smackdowns going on, which often is the case. But these waves look pretty tightly contested for both teams. Just got a stretch there. Sorry, I've been sat down for too long today. Morgana bind lands, but the early damage from the Ezreal is not going to be too heavy.
Oh wait, that's a Morgana with Glacial. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, that's with the Glacial rework, right? That's a good thing. I'm not completely familiar with it. Would have to get an expert in, unless you know more.
Apparently, I think once you proc, I think it's 15 reduced damage to everybody that the ray went through, but it doesn't reduce damage to yourself, only your allies.
Right. Okay. I see. Oh, the bind goes wide there, but yeah, a lot of poke here coming over for the side of Cycle the Sweet in the bot lane as the catch lands. The Rakan going in though, but no abilities are up, so it looks like just a little bit of poke with your face, as is famous with the Rakans. Lots of trades happening across the map. The Echo is obviously trading aggressively into the Twisted Fate. Did we get? Yeah, so he's burned multiple potions. As here we see Aatrox very low, can never be counted out, but that is a lot of damage, and Conqueror stacked for set. Oh god. However, Wibbly Deem is up here.
Yeah, he should expect this. He saw him on the ward. Hopefully he respects so he doesn't die. There's no first blood to get the ball rolling.
He immediately steps back. Good knowledge there. Just, you know, staying away from that. You know the jungler can be on the top side of the map, so there's no need to overextend there. Even though Aatrox does look particularly juicy. Although he is big chilling in the bush. Could be looking for some of that technology.
It looks like he's about to get the scuttle, and it looks like he's running back top again. Maybe we'll see it.
Spot, the jump goes down, shield goes down, as we have a gank here in the top lane. Wibbly Deem walking in, but Aatrox is down before he's even there. Now that is a set with Conqueror stack. Not sure you want to go into that, but the shield will do massive damage. Wibbly Deem will not even flinch about that play, as we see a 1-for-1 trade in the top lane.
Yeah, Set comfortably winning, has a CS lead. Actually, I thought this matchup would be more Aatrox favored, but I guess not. Set just...
I'm not familiar with the ranks of these exact players, Moneyman Flacco and Cesar Blanco. Mouthful to say, but just is this perhaps a rank difference, or maybe it's just a comfortability in the matchup?
Probably, yeah. I would say. I believe Cesar Blanco is probably gold, high gold. I'm not sure, and I think Moneyman Flacco might be like plat.
Right.
So,
okay.
It could be that, or it could be the matchup. I mean, I don't know the matchup, so don't take my word for it.
Yeah. So you mentioned about that we've got some defending champions here for the side of Psychobot Suite. Have they role swapped about? Because I'm recognizing names, but I'm not recognizing roles.
No, this is the intended roles for each of them.
Right. Okay. So were they playing on the same roles last season when they won?
Oh, you
Yeah.
mean that
Sorry.
way?
That's what I
Actually,
was asking.
no, well, actually, kind of, because Jaina did start off playing ADC and OPX, but we had to make several roster changes because
Right.
we had like a 10-man roster.
Oh wow.
So yeah, Jaina Proudmore ended up winning playing jungle, and D Hero was playing ADC.
There it
But
is.
now,
Yeah.
now they're in different lanes. You can see.
Switched over. Two flashes of burn there in the mid lane quickly. Kazak's just gonna hop over the wall, get himself to safety. Yeah, no, an explosive play in the mid lane, but still, it doesn't result in any kills going over, just utility being burnt. However, you know, you'd definitely taken that as a win, I would say, for Sting Fan Club, because your flash on your support for the flash on the very immobile mid laner, I take that every day of the week.
Yeah, that's a really good trade for them. Now you can punish TF hopefully before. Well, actually he's 6 already, so maybe he won't even be in lane to be punished now.
The wave is, again, heavily pushed in here, but the volley bears to defend it top will be deemed going in. The stun lands down. The umbral chains are going to pull him back. The W will go off, but it's not going to be enough damage to carry him through. The ultimate carries him out of the fight. 2 flashes burned, but the Aatrox Q will follow that through. Yet another kill in the top lane.
It looks like Moneyman Flacco is being camped, so he will have to ward and be more respectful going forward.
Well, I was gonna say after you pull off the 1v2 to get first blood, I can maybe understand the brevity of that, but maybe just take a seat back, just relax. And it's interesting to note here, there's sort of, I guess, two ways that you can go about getting anti-heal against Aatrox's set. You can either go for the tank option and the more defensive option, getting the Bramble Rest. But he's instead decided to go for the Executioner's Culling, and he's saying, we're fighting, we're playing this game.
Yeah, I would have thought he would have also gone for Bramble instead, but it looks like he really wants to keep his aggression up, so...
Ozanox there did path top, but Cecil Blanco spotted out and just immediately ran away from any kind of aggression. However, a pretty sizable farm lead will be developing that, because that is a big wave crashing into top, and there's already just about, there you go, a 20 lead in the top lane, so it's a bit of a diffy in the farm. Even if the kills did get traded back there.
And there's also something to note that Moneyman Flacco did not use his TP, and he still has this CS lead, so it can still expand even more.
And as much as we're not going to be seeing those crazy TP bot plays after we've had our unleashed teleport changes. So it's really just going to be used to maintain that CS lead, maintain the pressure. And it does seem like Moneyman Flacco just definitely one of these rocks in the top lane, because if we think about where Kha'Zix has been, as much as he did attempt that gank there top, it does feel like the pressure's been more focused to bot lane, even though, as I say that, he is here ganking top again. Just as we said it, the ult comes in from the Twisted Fate. He's going to be there. Stunned up, Aatrox is going down here. Pops the ult just before he dies. But Volibear trying to make a play on the opposite side of the map, but the Morgana Q is going to put a stop to that. The bind to the floor stops any kind of counterplay on this side of the map, so that is just a positive play. But they are going to start Drake here.
Yeah, it looks like they're fine just taking Drake, backing off. Or actually...
Lands on the Swain, and he's just going to go down. There's a lot of burst damage they're able to follow up, because just the ult raining across from the Ezreal. But they will get the dragon as compensation for that, but I feel like that's a lot of kills for Psychobot Suite.
Yeah, I think he should have respected the Morg a bit more, like just push the wave and you can push it in from a distance as Swain and just recoup with your team at Dragon, but he gets punished for walking up.
So we do see some very aggressive positioning here, being able to take the enemy red away, just again further compensation for dropping those kills on the other side of the map. So they're going to be able to break it back, and it does bring into the question, maybe they could look for something here? Because the enemy bot lane is quite pushed up, but instead they are positioning in jungle, perhaps? Are they trying to catch Kha'Zix out in a choke point or something? Not quite sure what that was.
they're flanking them. Maybe they will be ganked right here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I was expecting them to do straight away. The Predator gets popped, and Ezreal's getting ran down. The cleanse comes through. The E to get him out is there, but the charm does not land. The tower goes down, and they kick up that kill. Volibear, will he be able to get out here? The tower's back up. Tower's smacking him, but he's able to tank it for one more shot, and the dive goes through for Ceiling and Club. They managed to pick up 2 for 1 there.
Yeah, 2 for 1, but Psycho Suits crashing the Herald at mid tower. Echo's. I'm not sure that trade was worth it, even though Echo got the kill. That's a lot of towers lost and a lot of gold being shared between.
We can see from the gold alone, like even though you just got a 2 for 1 tower dive there, there's still a 2k lead in favor of Psycho Sweet. So you know that's nothing to shake a stick at, especially this early in the game. Only 10 minutes in, a 2k gold lead is pretty huge.
And especially that gold going to TF, that just means he'll get more items. That's more cooldown on his R, so he'll be roaming a lot more to side lanes.
I mean, Destiny all over the map, and we saw how, you know, influential it can be. Pulled the trigger once, but that once landed resulted in a kill, and that's what's probably going to be happening a lot here. Although, Stealing Fan Club do look to be collapsing on him here. He manages to dodge a lot of stuff, but one flash is burned, and TF will go down. Beautiful collapse there from Stealing Fan Club. Damage does go down. Kha'Zix goes in, and we are seeing your best form, UNL. The 1 kill a minute game so far, or very close to that. We're getting there.
A very bloody game. This is exactly what I expected from both of these teams.
And that's what you like to see, you know. We saw the reaction last game when, you know, the Corki Victors locked in. As we see here, just the raw damage coming across from the set. Even the Aatrox not expecting it. The ulti is nowhere near enough to save him, and we are just seeing, again, this pressure coming through. He's clearly comfortable in the matchup, knows what he's doing, and he's able to abuse this from the Aatrox.
He has 2 levels up on Wibbly Deem here, so maybe he fights him. I'm not sure when.
My immediate reaction was to say he was greeting from plates, and then I doubted myself for a second. But yeah, no, definitely greeting for plates. Perhaps if the damage had gotten off more early, I'm unsure. But as we see a W forward here from the Rakan, the ulti goes, but the ulti goes off from Morgana, as both players are going to walk away from this play feeling down. But that ulti, that's a decent cooldown in the early game.
Yeah, that was a little silly, I would say, from the Lord.
A little silly. Is that that's the technical term?
But we also saw. Now we also get, I guess, another little silly game from Aatrox. His flash Q on TF that didn't work out, but now we see Echo being punished for overextending here in the top lane.
The damage just goes through before Echo even goes down. I thought he was just out there, but absolutely not. He gets taken down so quickly there. The TP burned by Aatrox as well. Now he's back in the top lane, and with Kha'Zix up there, you can't really walk up too much, so he's gonna have to be careful farming here.
Yeah, it's something to note. I'm not sure if Judgy is lagging, but he's died 2 times without pressing his R, his chrono break. Somebody should check his internet, I think.
It's possibly worth noting though, that damage there. I think he died from about 300 health, maybe very quickly. As the binding goes wide here, the engage is there, but Wibbly Deem is here on the back half. The charm pop from the Rakan goes down, the cleanse goes through, but it is not enough to save you from the loving arms of Volibear. The stopwatch is going to go through, and that's Wibbly Deem rooted up onto tower, but he's just too tanky. It does not matter. They're going to get a 2 for 0 in the bot lane for the side of Stealing Fan Club.
Yeah, the only, I guess, saving grace there from Psycho Sweet is that the wave is pushing into the bot lane, so they don't really get turrets. It's just the kills, and then they have to reset. They don't lose. Even though they lost 2, they don't lose more.
And did we see in chat there what the reason for the pause was that it's coming through?
I believe not.
Yeah, ping issues for Wibbly Deem.
For 2 guys. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and Echo said internet on 2 guys. Yeah. Are these guys playing from the same town, or from they spread out a bit? Just a coincidence.
I think they're spread out a bit. I'm pretty sure Wibbly Deem. I think he speaks a Nordic language. I'm not sure what country he's from.
Okay.
Oh.
Bit of guesswork, as we seem to have a little bit of a freeze here. Just resetting the timeline to the same point by clicking on it should hopefully fix this issue. I hope anyway. We'll have to see what's going on here. There it is.
We're back.
Yeah, pauses and the spectator client do not get along well, as we discovered in all manner of events. So, small indie company, I think. Yeah, small indie company, Riot Games, you know?
Yeah, maybe they'll get it together soon.
They just don't have the resources, you know, with their £3 billion company. Anywho, the second Drake here for Ceiling Fan Club is going to be taken, so you know that is a bit of a win condition for them. And we're talking about snowballing, but as much as the Aatrox top hasn't necessarily been popping off here, and they have been managing to get some decent early advantages here. You see the Volibear 2-0-6 with his Mythic online. That's a force to be reckoned with.
And we actually do end up getting Chemtech Soul, which is going to be interesting. See how it plays out
called
with
it. I called it.
with an assassin and a TF. Hopefully, Psychobot Suite can take advantage of it.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, if you're going to be getting the turnaround on the Drakes, being able to stack 4 Drakes is always really good if you actually do like the stats on your characters. So we'll see how it plays out as Wiggly maybe getting caught out here. That's some damage there. Shield doesn't go long enough to protect the stun. W goes over, but we're back on the fight on top lane. Aatrox has popped ultimate. We're split between 2 fights here. Volibear has landed the abilities onto Morgana. It looks like she's going to go down. Kha'Zix goes down as well. They managed to turn around the play for Ceiling Fan Club, but a return kill in the top lane over on the other side, and I cannot tell what's going on.
Yeah, it looks like Ceiling Fan Club ended up winning that. 3 for 1 or 4 for 1 actually. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Israel also respawned just now. Which it's looking like they're not gonna win team fights. I suppose the rolling death ball of Ceiling Fan Club is just a little too strong right now.
Another gank in the mid lane immediately burns the flash from Jaina Proudmoore, not even wanting to test the limits with that one, not going anywhere near that Volibear, knowing how strong he is, which is quite right. As we see here, you know, a lot of power on their side. Yeah, so, but despite this, despite all these plays that are going down, we're still seeing the now coming close to 2.5k lead for the side of Psychobot Suite. So where do you think that's coming from? Is that just a CS differential, top lane, or is it another factor?
Top lane and the towers being taken. A lot of tower plates were taken mid, and now top lane towers also gone. And just a CS differential top lane, as we can see here. To win these fights, I think Set just has to group in. Set's the one that has to be in charge of tanking, I guess, or peeling for Volibear. Or I don't think Psychobot Suite's going to win these fights.
Yeah, because I mean, I suppose if he's able to, you know, after the Volibear ults in, if he's maybe able to ult him back out, take him away from the team, you can maybe start making a play there. But either way, it's still got value. As the Twisted Fate does look to be getting collapsed on here, the Ghost is popped, but it doesn't look like it matters as the 2 stuns come through and he gets destroyed.
Yeah, we can see Bishan overextending there a little, or D Hero 71 as he's known in this game.
D Hero 71. Not sure what happened to D Hero 1 through 70, but I'm sure they're okay, hopefully.
I don't think they're doing too well if they're playing anything like D Hero 71.
If D Hero 71, if this is the 71 first iteration, I'd hate to see the first. Anyway, there's a lot of pressure seems to be getting put down on Set here. He does have his Kha'Zix with him, but that is a lot of people there. The charm goes down onto multiple, but with 4 members top lane, has to feel like Set just goes down and 6 needs to leave. Get himself out of there. Wibbly Demon is chasing him down. The invisibility comes through. And the stun lands, but again goes invisible. The ulti over the wall is going to pick it up though, and they're going to look to continue this fight. As he goes straight onto the Morgana, the bind is popped. Is it going to go through? It does manage to go through, but the stun does not manage to save her. As Jaina Proudmoore is the only one that's going to get out of that alive.
Yeah, now Ceiling Fan Club, it looks like they're down on gold, but they're the people you want the gold on. It seems like they're getting it, so this game's looking pretty good for them right now. I would say 2 dragons and not too much down on gold.
Yeah, and we mentioned that, you know, what they were wanting to execute was definitely a snowball comp, and chat believed in it before Emari piped up. So we'll have to see, you know, can they carry this through? Because what we've seen a lot from all the UNL teams, especially yesterday with our quadra kill into reversal in the absolute banger of the game, what that was is that closing out isn't always the cleanest thing, especially when, the not necessarily lower elo teams, but this isn't LEC, it's not pro play. And people do make mistakes, and closing out games is one of those harder factors that a lot of teams here will be struggling with. As the blue buff is traded over, how long do we have on this Drake? 20 seconds on spawning in.
20 seconds, and it doesn't really look like Psychobotsuit's in a position right now to fight into it or even walk into the jungle.
Yeah.
Everything is blind.
They are moving down. We are going to have a dragon dance here, but it's going to be made even harder with this vision and denying from the Chemtech Soul map. But they are pushing in here. They do have some positioning, and with the damage on the Q that Kha'Zix can put out, even if it's not isolated, he could look for a steal here. They don't know their own vision until now, but this dragon's health is going down. Ozonox tries to get himself into the pit, but the steal is not there. The ult rains across the enemy team, and the set ult is absolutely massive, but he's going to get charmed up, not able to really pull through for that W. Ozonox is going to go down, set is going to be short to follow, and this fight is showing all the way up for Ceiling Fan Fan Club as Twisted Fight gets chased down, and it's just Jaina Proudmoore walking back, queuing and hoping not to die. Manages to get himself out yet again, but yeah, this is a disastrous lead here for Ceiling Fan Club if you're a Psy fan.
Yeah, the best bet for Psychobotsui, I believe, was just positioning, poking out, and hopefully Kha'Zix could have stolen it and retreated, but it looks like they fought for it and it did not turn out good for them.
Did not pay out. As they're going to even convert this into a Baron, knowing that it cannot be contested, knowing that they don't have the resources. Being this many objectives down, I mean, that's Drake point, and what that means is, unless you're wanting to just give over the Chemtech Soul, they're gonna have to be fighting on all these dragons, and I'm not sure if they're gonna reach item breakpoints before that point. I mean, if we take a look at the items here, we're not seeing too much, and I mean, the Twisted Fate is great at getting those early advantages, but past that point, he's not exactly a damage powerhouse. The Rapid Fire Cannon and the Everfrost are not necessarily items you'd associate with huge damage output.
Yeah, he really needed to get the ball rolling for his jungler early on, just going everywhere they went, but it looked like the opposite happened to them. Volibear was just running the whole map, which is a bit unfortunate for the win condition of Psychobotsui.
Yeah, definitely very well played by Wibbly team. I mean, if they take in this game, that's definite MVP contention. As they're using this Baron in a sort of 1-4 here, and just looking to siege down mid and then take top tower for free. Because they know that, with the power of the Volibear ultimate, if they want that tower down when it comes off cooldown, that tower's going down, and they're getting dove. And, they, especially with an Aatrox, they stand to win that fight, no matter if they're down numbers. As, there was pings there to go in, but didn't end up going on anything for Psychobotsui.
The good thing for Ceiling Fan Club too is that Psychobotsui doesn't really have any wave clear besides Morg W, but she also doesn't max that early on as a support, so they really don't have any wave clear.
Absolutely huge damage managed to be traded back, but the heal there coming through from Twisted Fate is going to save him. As mid tower is now going to go down for that play though, and that's the power of the 1-4. Even though he wasn't managed, he wasn't able to trade anything back there, Judgy, on the top side of the map. They were able to get the tower anyway. So perhaps the shutdown traded over. I can't remember if that was the bonus 450 gold shutdown. So that's not ideal to be going down, but you're still able to trade those objectives. But I mean,
Yeah, there's some light at the end of the tunnel for Psychobotsui.
Yeah, a 10k gold lead is, or even more than that, an 11k gold lead. It's not insurmountable, but it's definitely going to be tricky.
No. It's 2k gold lead.
I cannot read. I've had a long day. Oh my lord.
Alright, don't worry
The
about
2k gold lead has swung the other direction. Oh god, I quit. Good night. No. Yeah, no, with the 2k gold lead, we saw that permanently early in the early game in favor of Psychobotsui. That's swung completely in the other direction with the advantage that they've got. But given the amount of kills and the amount of drakes they've got, it feels like they're perhaps more ahead. How do you think Psychobotsui's been keeping this goal even?
I think it's just through farm. ADC is not neglecting his farming, and neither is the top laner, so they're lucky to still be catching waves and to get items.
Yeah, and of course with Season 12's new comeback mechanics, there is going to be these objective bounties, which, if we look at the team for Ceiling Fan Club as well, that's 3 shutdowns that Psychobotsui, if there's one misplay, one overextension, that could cost a life, and that could cost a shutdown. And you know, especially if you're looking at some of the team on Psycho Suite, if any of them really start getting those shutdowns, especially the Ezreal, they're gonna start battering them down.
Yeah, hopefully they can be in position for this Drake so they don't give the soul here since it's
Definitely
30
don't come
seconds away.
through. Duke of Jiang looking to be going down here, gets caught out of position, set ult into the team, means they're going to be looking to turn this fight. Swain goes golden in the middle of the fight as Ozinox is over here with no health, but the Aatrox TP behind is going to result in so much massive knockups, and the fight looks to be turning in the other direction as they're kiting back here. Ezreal's going to be trying to deal as much damage as he can. The ult comes forward, and the volley bear is on you. The TF goes down, and we're looking at just Jada and Proudmore and Malf here in the bot lane. They're going to have to be careful chasing them down because, you know, they are going to get poked quite heavily here. But as the Morgana route goes down, the Aatrox is going to chase over, burn the flash from the Ezreal. Morgana will go down. Jaina Proudmore short to follow. Yep, there it is. And the Drake fight going to be turned around back for Ceiling Fan Club. And you have to feel like this is very close to game as Soul goes over.
Yeah, this well, this is not what I was expecting from Psycho Suite today. It looked very good in the beginning. I thought that's how the rest of the game was going to go, but it looks like this is a very practice comp, like a rolling death ball machine from Ceiling Fan Club.
Yeah, I mean, we called it in the draft even. We said if they want to win, they got Snowball, and they're doing exactly that. Like we were saying, shutdowns across the whole team, and as long as they're able to stay on top of these objectives, and even when they were losing out there, you know, with Duke of Jamming getting caught out, they still managed to turn that fight around, essentially 4v5, with the plays of their team. So it did really, really well for them.
And now Baron is coming up soon. Maybe there can be like a really magical angle. Something pops up.
Yeah, magical being the keyword there. Jesus, I'm trying to think here of ways back into this game for Psycho Suite, because they need time for, you know, Ezreal to get online. Being Essence Reaver, Manamine, you know, it's gonna take some time. As it looks like the heal's getting burnt here, but that Volley Bear is moving at Mach speed. Doesn't matter. The Everfrost goes back, but he's still going so fast. But does not matter. They're just gonna take the Summoner here, heal, and walk away.
Yeah, there's not too many angles I can see side winning. I think this game is just Ceiling Fan Club's game to lose here now, to be honest.
Absolutely. Yeah. It has to be, you know, a bad fight, a bad objective, bounties going over. They give them too much pressure on the map. And they've done that before, as we get in our ear. Yeah, you know, they have done it before. So, you know, can't count anyone out. It goes back to what we were saying earlier about, you know, it's not a competitive, like a professional scene. It's not the LEC. It's not, I would say, the LCS. But is that really even a competitive scene at this point? It's just, you know, a friendly league. So as much as a lot of these players are, you know, incredible, there's always the potential to throw. And with this snowball heavy comp, I'm not sure that, you know, that's always the easiest to execute.
And right now it just looks like everybody's just farming, trying to get more items. I don't believe Psycho Suite necessarily scales. The only scaling champion on there is Ezreal, but they just have to get creative with how they're gonna approach fights to win.
The turn here coming out from Duke of Jamming, pulls all them off the objective. They go back on it. They do manage to smite it down. We're not able to get the smite on the side of Ozinox. Massive set W does not land on really anyone. The Ozinox is picked up the side of Ceiling Fan Club as they're chasing down D-Hero here. Right now, he will die like the generations of D-Heroes have before him as the tower gets knocked out a little bit unnecessarily, I would argue, by Wibbly Deem. And yeah, they're just going to force those in. They had the Aatrox position bot lane. They saw 2 go bot without that, knowing that would force them through. They start the Baron up. Perfectly executed play there for the side of Ceiling Fan Club.
Yeah, and I would actually, well, it looks like they're rotating down bot lane. I think maybe some of them could have kept mid, because they don't really have any wave clear. And they'd probably get mid eventually, but they want to get bot lane tier 2 instead.
Yeah, but perhaps a bit of a miscall. But like we were saying, you know, as much as they do have a bit more pressure on them, then they really are in the driver's seat of this game. They pick the pace that Gleam played at, they pick where they want to go. And they choose instead to just back off, maybe reset for items for those that need them, and then just get themselves back on the map, taking towers where they know enemies kind of contest them as they are here. You know, just walking into Ozanox's blue buff, and what can you really do about that as Ozanox is he's even getting chased down. He comes through, and the damage from the Echo here is going to be absolutely massive. Not able to return it. Does manage to get the ulti away. The E goes through, but it's just not enough. Ozanox makes out on the slither of health. He's in deep enemy territory here, probably getting chased about. Gonna have to try and find a place to back. I think it looks like, yeah, they're just landing.
Yeah, it looks like he lives. It's his lucky day today.
He lives to see another day, but not in the best position. Destiny coming through, teleports behind the Aatrox here. They're looking to make a play on bot lane, but you know, as they're doing this, the whole of Fan Club is just able to try and get things on the other side of the map, as the Aatrox is just so able to survive for so long. Almost picks up the kill. He is going to have the Chemtech Baron, which means yet again he's going to be another fighting force, just wreaking havoc as he does look to go down. But because of that, they now have pressure mid, they now have pressure top, and they're pushing it in. They might be even looking for the win here.
Yeah, Aatrox's life was traded basically for top inhib, which I would say it's pretty worth. He bought like complete 20 seconds of Psycho Boots attention.
It looks like they're going for the dive here. Yeah, the tower's disabled by Volley, but the set W goes forward, but yet again does not find its targets. The tower just going to look to be taken here, and Fan Club are just cleaning house right now. The pull back on the Morgana, there's no black shield up to save her right now. As she goes in, Wayne does massive damage there as he pulls it back. And honestly, Twisted Fate at this point is just tickling you. Those crits aren't going to be dealing much.
Granny is spanning tonight, guys. He's popping off.
Absolutely dominant game here, dominant showing for Stealing Fan Club. Absolutely amazing job to them, and we're going to be looking to get some of these players in for their interview for Stealing Fans Club's first win and Psycho Sweet's first loss.